Episode 7 of Queen of Tears begins right where we left off, with Hae-in shocked out of her wits upon Hyun-woo's betrayal. When they reach the hotel room, she packs up and leaves. The moment the elevator doors open, Hae-in finds herself in the middle of the road. She is so shocked that she doesn't know what's happening. The moment she is about to get hit by a truck, Hyun-woo saves her. However, Hae-in has lost all her will to live, and she asks Hyun-woo to let her die. Elsewhere, Sol-cheol suspects that his aunt, Bom-ja, motivated Hyun-woo for the divorce, and relays the same to Da-hae, who is aware about the real truth. Hae-in undergoes a procedure at the hospital in Germany, but the doctor informs Hyun-woo that it was unsuccessful in increasing Hae-in's white blood cells. He also tells that it's common for terminally ill patients to become suicidal and that they need something to live for. Realising this, Hyun-woo purposefully instigates Hae-in so that if she becomes angry, she'll put all of her energy into getting revenge, and this is exactly what happens. Elsewhere, Sol-cheol is able to sign a contract with Yoon-seong about the city resort after mentioning that the chairman's rival might be after Yoon-seong's investment. Later, Yoon-seong and his team are discussing their strategy. They are to buy the Queen's stocks when they plummet following the chairman's arrest. They already have most of the stocks that they tricked the Queen's directors into keeping as collateral. With all these stocks, Yoon-seong will be the largest shareholder of the Queen's group. Hae-in and Hyun-woo return to Korea. Hae-in pledges to make Hyun-woo pay in front of her family, while Hyun-woo inspects the shop where he gave the memory card to be repaired. Later, Hyun-woo visits the chairman. He gives the guy proof of an external conspiracy against him, but he doesn't know who the main culprit is. At the same time, Yoon-seong is viewing this exchange between the two through the secret camera in the picture of Napoleon that he gifted the chairman.
I really hate that man.
He instantly makes director Jo, the Queen's director who is working for Yoon-seong, know about the chairman's suspicions so that he can escape. At the same time, Hyun-woo's mother calls her son, but Hae-in's mother picks up. She asks him about the divorce and proclaims that she will make sure Hyun-woo and Hae-in do just that. Elsewhere, Hae-in's mother and Sol-hee are discussing the state of affairs when Bom-ja enters. We understand from a flashback that Bom-ja is told to stay quiet on Sol-hee's real identity until they find hard evidence against her, and so she bites her tongue and leaves. Hyun-woo meets Hae-in on the way to his room. Hae-in shows him the signed divorce papers and tells him that she will submit them when the time comes. Hyun-woo agrees but asks her to stay clear of Yoon-seong, whom he suspects for having malicious intent. Hae-in threatens to take strict legal action against him as well. The next day, Hae-in is so upset that she dresses fancy for office. Everybody there knows that the fancier her clothes, the nastier her temperament for the day. She orders for an audit of Hyun-woo's department, and both Hyun-woo and Hae-in's secretaries collaborate to keep the two out of each other's way, but to no avail. Meanwhile, the directors of the Queens discover that their investment has sunk. Grace Go sees off director Jo as he leaves the country to escape the charges of embezzlement. Yoon-seong pays a Queen's employee to track the hospital that Hae-in frequently visits, while elsewhere, Jong-woo visits someone to ask about a limited edition watch in a picture. We don't know who that person is just yet though.
Spoilers. What?
Elsewhere, Sol-cheol has taken lessons on how to ride a bike since his mother did not allow him to. His mother enters to find him fall from the bike and throws a fit, but Sol-cheol emphasises that he wants to teach his son all the things he couldn't do. This touches Da-hae's heart. She receives a call to finalise an apartment in the US, and she mentions that she will be there in 2 weeks. This means that Yoon-seong and his team are running their final lap. Hae-in's father calls in his 2 investigators, the men who follow Hyun-woo everywhere. They conclude that Hyun-woo is, in fact, not cheating on Hae-in. Her father relays the same to her, but she isn't satisfied. Hae-in discovers that Hyun-woo has sent money and flowers to a Kim Min-ji. She follows his tracks and ends up at a funeral home. It's revealed that it's the same employee whose mother had cancer. Hyun-woo has been sending her condolence flowers on behalf of Hae-in. Not long after this, Hae-in meets with Yoon-sang, who asks her to get a divorce so that he can replace Hyun-woo. Hae-in is offended and leaves, but while she's having an episode, it's revealed that Yoon-sang stole her medicine. Meanwhile, Hyun-woo and his lawyer friend discuss Yoon-sang. The friend tells him that he studied in an expensive school even when his adoptive parents were not rich. They also mysteriously died in a drunk driving accident. Sol-hee visits Yoon-sang and it's revealed that she is his mother. They have been plotting to get rich for a long time. However, he shows her a clip of the chairman watching videos of his children as kids, revealing that he still loves them. So Sol-hee offers herself to become the scapegoat for the chairman, winning his affection. Hyun-woo returns home and finds Hae-in playing with a cat. It's revealed that she's lost all of her memories from the trip. What the? And doesn't know anything about the divorce and the results of the therapy. Hyun-woo breaks down and Hae-in hugs him, telling him that she loves him. And that is how episode 7 comes to a close. Episode 8 picks up with a flashback from 4 years ago. Hyun-woo and Hae-in are in a deserted aquarium. While Hyun-woo is suspicious regarding the lack of a crowd, it's revealed that Hae-in secretly rented the entire place just for them. Hyun-woo, citing fate, proposes to her. We then jump back to the present where Hae-in cannot remember her Germany trip. She also confesses to Hyun-woo, but he reminds her about her lost memories and the divorce. Hayen is taken aback and she declares that she cannot live the rest of her life in limbo and that she wants a divorce. We then fast forward and Heinrich has left the Queen's residence. He and his lawyer friend have a meeting with Hayen and her lawyer, Vincenzo.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening! Stay calm! Wait! Everybody calm down!
They agree about the terms of the divorce and it's done. While leaving in her car, Hayen remembers how she once travelled in a subway and watched the sunset together with Heinrich. While looking at pictures, she tries everything that Heinrich used to do alone, hitting baseballs and eating at a restaurant. While she's there, Heinrich and his friend come in and she overhears him saying that he still wants to be with her. Meanwhile, Heinrich's secretary tells Yun-seong that Hayen's medicine is anti-cancer. Heinrich sees the secretary, who in turn tells Heinrich everything. On the other side, Yun-seong's heart sinks, learning about Hayen's illness. We then see a flashback where a child Hayen was running from a savage dog and Yun-seong hit the dog with a stone before it could bite her, saving her. And if we couldn't dislike this guy anymore...
well, there it is.
Anyway, before leaving, Hayen thanks him, and Yun-seong found the necklace that he kept as her memory. It's here we learn that Yun-seong actually loves Hayen. Later, waiting for Hayen, Yun-seong expresses his desire to be with her, and also coaxes her to fire Heinrich, but she denies, stating the company needs him. Elsewhere, Heinrich's mother visits Hayen's mother, and apologises to her, but Hayen's mother is anything but rude and insensitive. Heinrich's mum returns home dejected. Meanwhile, Heinrich learns that the expensive watch was brought by Sohee. It's revealed that the watch belongs to Yun-seong. Heinrich suspects that they have some kind of a connection, and later he ends up threatening Yun-seong in the middle of the road that if he were to harm Hayen, Heinrich wouldn't sit still. On the other hand, Seo is in a pickle because the military close to the land means that the Queen's Resort have refused to relocate. Seo asks Heinrich's help, who talks to the military suggesting a mutually beneficial solution. Later, however, all the investors of the project pull out due to rumours of charges against the chairman. Yun-seong blames Heinrich in front of Seo, citing that this was Heinrich's plan all along. He further offers to be the sole investor of the project. While they're about to sign the contract, Heinrich comes and cites that the chairman should be careful because if the project falls through, the chairman's 6% stocks will be transferred to Yun-seong. Yun-seong then threatens to take back his goodwill, which leads to the chairman expelling Heinrich. It's revealed that Sohee had manipulated him by mentioning the shaman and how one person is trying to harm him. Heinrich finds that his IDs are not working, and it's revealed that the chairman is firing him. Hayen appears though and halts the process. After Heinrich exits the office, Byung-jae appears and takes him to a secluded place. Byung-jae confronts him about a mistress, but when he denies, she tells him about Seo-hee's real identity. Heinrich puts two and two together and becomes suspicious. Later, Heinrich and Byung-jae, with the help of Byung-jae's personal investigator Conan, no, not that one, tracks Sohee's child's orphanage and has found out links between Yun-seong and Sohee. The hunting site couple, who own the dog, tell them that a boy was sponsored by the Queens. Now, Yun-seong and Sohee were with the chairman when they started sponsoring the orphanage kids. Meanwhile, the chairman makes Seo-hee his legal guardian and gives her the ability to make decisions on his behalf in case he is unable to. Later, it is the chairman's 80th birthday party, and Seo-hee is overseeing the arrangement. Byung-jae sees her mother's ring on her finger and throws a fit in front of the chairman. She blurts out her true identity, but Seo-hee begins crying, claiming to leave. Byung-jae then pulls on her hair, but the chairman hits her. Byung-jae leaves crying, but submits Seo-hee's hair sample to Conan, along with Yun-seong's for a DNA test, and cries while telling Heinrich that her father hit her for the first time in her life. While this chaos is going on, Seo is excited to do a good job. He says so to Dahai, and while he is leaving, Dahai stops him and thanks him. In the background, Grayskull cuts all the CCTV cameras so Dahai can leave without a trace. Seo finds Dahai missing and finds a note. He runs out to find Dahai, but in vain. It's revealed that Dahai has also taken their son with her. Elsewhere, the chairman and Seo-hee are playing a game similar to chess. The chairman keeps rejecting Byung-jae's call, but picks up Heinrich's. Heinrich tells him the truth, along with the DNA evidence, but unfortunately it's too late. The chairman inhales the drug sprayed on the chessboard, which paralyzes him, and Seo-hee confesses all her schemes in front of him as he loses consciousness, before a scene of his family flashes before his eyes. When he's hospitalized, none of the Hong family are allowed to see him. They also find that Seo-hee is his legal guardian, with the authority to take decisions on his behalf, even the matters concerning the company. As a result, the entire family is thrown out of the company as Yun-seong's firm gather the majority of Queen's shares.
I went from happy to angry. Skip said, now I feel like kicking his ass.
Back in Heinrich's hometown, the family is sad about Heinrich's divorce. However, they are surprised to find their son visit them. That's not all. As they badmouth the Hong family, all the family members come out of the truck, meaning that they are there to stay. After the episode, we then get an epilogue where we find Hayen crying in the same restaurant, which is now desolate. She shares with the owner that she desperately wants to be with her husband and wants to live, and that is how episode 8 comes to a close. Thanks for watching, and do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like or subscribe to the channel, your support is very much appreciated. I'm Greg Wheeler, and from all of us over here at The Review Geek, we'll see you on the next video.